You are listening to the Global Psychosis Network.
Did you catch on to that phase?
I don't know. I don't know about that technique, but I myself was always too afraid to do to let someone do that to me. But I've seen other people get where they choke them out to a degree where they pass out, and then they're blacked out, and you're like tripping out, like, is this kid dead? And then they wake up all like, oh, well, that was so cool, you know, like. That's what I've seen, but I don't know about hyperventilating and then shoving them, or I don't know about that.
Dude, I was such a dumb kid. I remember, like, at recess, like, in 5th grade, all these kids were doing that shit. You know, you hunched over and you just go, and you do that shit until you fucking, you know, start feeling a little lightheaded, then you hold your breath and you put your hands like this. I don't know, this is the method they did. I don't know why this was the fucking formula and shit.
Yeah.
But they hold their breath and they'd cross their arms over their chest and they'd lean against the wall. And then another kid would just, like, push on them as hard as he could. And then, like, after, like, 10 seconds, like, let go. And the kid would fucking, like, you know, be on spaghetti legs and just fucking collapse. Well, I saw this a few times. Like, dude, that kid's faking, dude. That's not real, dude. What the fuck,
Do
dude?
it to me.
Yeah, so I'm like, do it to me. So Nick Tossage fucking is like, I'll do it. So he fucking does that to me. And fucking, sure enough, like, right after he fucking pushed me against the wall, I fucking, he lets go. And I start to walk towards him. And then I just went black. And then I woke up on the ground. I'm like, what? Yeah, shit works. So then, same thing. Fucking that guy Tamer is like, dude, that doesn't fucking work, dude. That's not real. I'm like, dude, I swear to God, dude, I just did this shit. It's fucking real, dude. And like, you're just cutting off oxygen to your brain. But at the time, it's like, oh, you're getting high.
Yeah.
You know, that's what these dumb kids were thinking.
Well, that was, yeah.
But here's the thing.
The cheapest way to get high, I guess.
Tamer was a fat fuck when he was a kid, you know? So, I mean, he probably weighed like 200 pounds back in like 5th, 6th grade.
Yeah.
So I'd push him as hard as I could, my fucking little scrawny 130-pound ass, and he just could not faint because it's not enough pressure, you know?
Yeah.
So he used to think he was invincible. I would
Sure.
fucking do that shit to him, and he'd be a little lightheaded, but he just wouldn't pass out. So he never thought he could faint. So as we got older, he started thinking, this is how dumb he was, he would start thinking that, you know, he was invincible, basically. So he started thinking when we started drinking beers, that beers weren't going to get him buzzed. So like, dude, if you drink alcohol, you're going to get fucking buzzed, dude. You're going to get drunk just like everybody else. No, dude, because I couldn't faint. Fucking nothing's going to work on me, dude. And fucking, sure enough, we had to fucking give him a fucking 40 of Old E and pretty much like force him to drink it. Like, dude, you're going to fucking drink this shit.
That'll work.
And halfway through that 40, he's all fucking giggly and falling on the ground and shit.
Only took halfway, huh?
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, that's pretty funny. What are the kids doing these days? Like, there's got to be some
bath salts.
Yeah, bath salts is what everyone's doing. I mean, that's not just kid shit, I guess.
If you want that, if you want to feel or experience that eat a vagrant's face kind of high, you know.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do.
If you want to feel like a zombie, if you want to feel bloodthirsty, I guess, right? Bath salts. Have you done bath salts?
I haven't done them. I've always been curious about stuff that's new on the market, I guess. But when I heard that people are doing that kind of shit, I'm like, nah, I'm good.
So I've always been curious too, but like there was something about it that just didn't sound right to me.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what could they possibly do this time that I haven't already experienced, you know?
It was apparently for real. It's called bath salts because people use it for their bathtubs. So the only thing I could think of is synthetic chemicals, right? And that's pretty much, out of all the drugs in my life that I've ever wanted to take or have taken, the synthetic kind aren't on the list. Like speed, basically. Methamphetamine is probably the most disgusting thing to me in the world.
That's fucking Hitler's drug right there.
It sure is. And like, I don't know why, like, I just compared, like, the grossness of speed to bath salts. That's why I don't think I ever went for it. So, yeah, I don't know how it feels. I guess neither of us can explain to everyone out there how it makes you feel, and if these people eating faces are were born insane, or if bath salts is what drove them to that. Because that don't seem legitimate to me until I guess it happened to more than one person.
Well, here's the funny thing. My mom has a whole bunch of bags of bath salts in her bathroom.
Is it the same though? Is it?
It's not the same, but it looks
Okay.
like it could be.
Okay.
And they give it little fucking drug names like Blue Hawaii
Looks
and
like
shit.
Crystal Rock, right? Like, yeah.
And the funny thing is, I mean, that shit's been in there for years. I've never noticed it when
Yeah.
I'd go in there, and like now I notice it. And I'm
Yeah.
always just like,
Yeah.
is this what kids are fucking
Shit, dude.
fucking resorting themselves to now?
Well, what's happening is I'm pretty sure it's becoming illegal, and they're starting to ban it. Maybe you could fucking say that shit might be like gold here in 6 months to a year or so when they can't find bath salts anywhere.
Yeah.
And you can start fucking selling it on the street.
I think it's a different kind though. I think there's
Yeah,
there's
me too.
kinds that are like the head shop kind.
Me too. Yeah.
And then I don't know what they do differently.
Yeah.
Maybe there's just different chemical in it or
Yeah.
something. But
I definitely think that it's different. But what was the third movie you said inspired you?
it was The Matrix.
Oh, The Matrix. Okay. So that means that what about the Terminator? Does that have a mixture with The Matrix and the Terminator? Because under my impression, those two movies are supposed to be kind of running along the same storyline.
Well, at this age, yeah, definitely The Matrix. I'm sorry, Terminator is one of those movies where it's like, dude, that's kind of like a premonition of the future. But when those movies came out, I was still pretty young, so to me it was just, oh, cool sci-fi robot movie.
Yeah.
But when Matrix came out, it's like, I was smoking pot. Then I'm in high school. I'm starting to think about shit differently, and that's kind of like that movie that's like made me think like, oh fuck, maybe that's true,
Yeah.
And then especially like with conspiracy theories and that fucking door that opens up those ideas. And then you start thinking like how the Matrix would relate to that as far as this whole world being a simulated reality,
Like I kind of believe it could be possible that we put all this technology into these machines and maybe they could develop some sort of intelligence, but I just always feel like if we really built like some robots that were like that, or I don't know, I just feel like we could shut the computer down at any time, like
This pew!
right? Like, I mean, if that really, really happened. See, what I'm more scared about in relation to computers and everything is that every aspect of my life I know from any of my arrests or being arrested in a sense, and I'm in the system is what it comes down to. My fingerprints, my DNA. The last time I got it, see, I've been arrested.
Your DNA? They took your blood?
I've been arrested a couple times, okay, since I've been 18. And, or a few times. And,
Who's counting though at this age, right?
But but when I was 18, they took my fingerprints, and it was more of a old school style where I had the ink blotches put on my hands and doing ink buys, blah 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 blah. And so as it progressed, every time I would go back, they would keep making me do it over and over again, and I would tell them I'm already in the fucking system. Why do I gotta do this shit again? You got my fingerprints, but what was happening is they were updating technology and doing it differently. So it became from being ink blotches now that were on file, paper file, I guess, to actual those, computer fingerprinted machines, and like, okay. So then just up to the last time that I actually that I was in there and I was getting, booked, I talk about it because it's no secret. You could go find me on Smoking Gun or whatever you want to look. I guess everything that's happened to me is public as far as I know. So, but anyways, up to the last time, they were doing it again, and I was telling them like, gosh, how many times you guys need to do this to me? But it's because it was different means and different technology. And so last time, yeah, they took my DNA, but it was my spit. So, but from everything I know, they could now take that and from my blood or my semen or my hair because of the saliva they got from me.
There goes your rape and murder fucking
I can't yeah.
alibis.
It's I'm fucked. I'm fucked, and it's not even in the state of California. I'm fucked in the nation.
Thing is, I don't even know if they really keep track of those because when I went for my guard card, I had to do the live scan shit where they scan you, and then when I went for my firearms permit, that's like I just did that shit 6 months ago, and they don't have it on record. I got to do another live scan.
Yeah.
Like just go look at the other live scan, but they make you do it every time. And my guess is like they probably look at it, and then it just goes in a fucking database of 300 million people, and they just completely fucking lose fucking sight of it or something.
Yeah, I mean, but so that's what my point was when I started fucking putting myself out there as being a fucking criminal. But is that everything this country relies on, from just their criminal database to our records of taxes now, and how many years we've worked and how much we've made, and how many times we voted and we're registered to vote, and just everything is all stored now, not paper in someone's filing cabinet in Washington somewhere, I guess. I don't even know how it used to be done before, but it's all done by a computer. And like,
it's like running Windows 95, some PC beat up old motherfucker in the back office and shit.
I mean, I guess I'm just like wondering, like, one day if something happens and that all goes down, you know, like at least before, certain things could happen and our files could always be picked up because they're physical copies, and the original, and then just all the copies they have spanning around the country. But now it's just like, man, if that computer goes down, everything's fucked and everybody's fucked. Everything you know is fucked. Your money is fucked. The money that you have, the money in a bank, basically, it ain't physical. It's all computerized.
I kind of look forward to that. I kind of want that shit to go to zero. I'd rather have no money and no debt than fucking a little bit of money and massive debt. Well, so let that shit crumble. I want them to get a fucking computer virus. The one that's supposed to happen on July 9th, tomorrow. There's supposed to be some super internet virus where no one's gonna have the internet. You haven't heard that yet?
No.
I haven't read all the reports or nothing, but I just been hearing around through word of mouth what the media's been preaching to the fucking brainwashed masses. That there's some super fucking internet virus that's going around, and that on July 9th, 2012, supposedly the internet's supposed to drop out for a bunch of people.
What's the significance of July 9th, 2012?
That's just, I don't know, I didn't read the reports yet. I just been hearing what people have been telling me. Like, my grandma's like, oh, my internet's gonna go down on July 9th. And I'm just like, what? So, like, plus I, like, checked some message boards, and they're saying there's some sort of virus that supposedly, I don't know how serious it is, but the media took a hold of that, and they're fucking running with it. And they're saying that the internet is possible, it's possible the internet could drop on July 9th for a bunch of people, and that they want you to back up your data, and I forget what they're trying to say. It's probably just another way to get people to fucking conform to some new fucking bill. Yeah. You know?
Some kind of company that's ran by the government of backing up your information. Maybe.
That's why I don't put my shit in that cloud. You know that iCloud shit they got?
Oh, yeah. See,
why would you want your personal information in their fucking server?
I've heard of that shit, but I've never done that either. And the thing is, it's not because of any conspiracy or anything like that. I guess lately I'm not as in tune with the whole the high tech world, I guess. But yeah, that even though you're right though, that's crazy, the iCloud shit and having everything out there. And that's again why, like, I'm gonna depend on these assholes to make sure that all my shit doesn't, like,
what if their shit crashes?
To them, right? Like,
I'd rather have a physical copy of it and backups on multiple hard drives.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta do now.
Yeah.
Fuck relying on these fucking third-party corporations to fucking handle your shit. No thanks.
It's people taking advantage of others who don't know how to do it themselves. In an easy case, you have your external hard drives and CDs, I guess. I don't know. But I guess it's good business. I wish I would have thought of it first.
Yeah.
I'd probably be rich.
I wish I thought of, like, Facebook and MySpace, dude. Or actually, I would have thought of that, but I can't do the fucking HTML
the coding.
Yeah. That coding shit, dude. Who would have thought that would fucking blow up to be such a important part of society? Back in, like, fucking, like, I don't know, high school era, fucking, I used to knock on Adam's window, because, like, you know, we'd be going out to the park or some shit, have a couple chicks with us, we'd have a fucking 6-pack or 12-pack of beer. Hey, dude, want to fucking sneak out and drink some beers? And